This time we'll actually do that because we don't want Tuck to be too upset with me.
Oh, but you don't care if I'm upset with you.
Well, Skylar
What?
and
Nearest.
we go way back, so we've
I
done things like
know,
this.
and remember that one time? We don't really talk about it anymore, but
Was it at band camp?
no. What's band camp?
Tunnel camp.
Tunnel camp. Yes, yes.
Tunnel camp.
Well, there was the one time that Skylar and I got lost in the tunnels.
We
Oh,
don't. We no. We're not talking about that. We've promised not to say anything about that day.
Right. We didn't get lost. We temporarily lost the point of origin, and we were making our way to find a better method to return to it.
sounds good. Okay, so now that we're all back, Tuck has apparently gotten a pair of contact lenses, I guess, and and so you guys are, out of their sight of the camp because it's dark, but you can definitely see them pretty clearly, and it's just
I call it.
three people kind of
Yeah.
just sitting around.
I call out nice and loud in a friendly voice, "Hail the camp."
They kind of stand up and prepare their weapons, and they're like, "Who's there?" One of them says.
The friends from Tacit.
Oh, yes, I remember you. I'm glad you caught up with us. We could use some company out here.
Yeah, we're glad we saw the fire. We were about to set up camp and then saw your fire and said, what fortuitous timing.
All right. As you say, he just says, "Well, come on in. We're glad to have people join us."
Yeah, we enter the camp area. I'm all friendly like and, clasp hands, warm hellos and the like, hearty hellos, I suppose.
Okay.
And I kind of walk up to him and I say, I am Tuck, glaive and personal message carrier to King Hova, the first of Thamor.
Yeah, then one of the guys looks at the other guy like a little slyly, and he says, "You're Thamorians, huh?"
No, Tuck's just got this thing. He always has to say that. It's a long story.
He just says, "Well, why would he say he's from Thamor if y'all aren't from Thamor? You all
I-
are
we're
from
from-
Thamor."
A cipher went off, and that's how he always has to greet people now.
Oh, a cipher! Wow, you must be adventurers then.
Yes.
We travel.
Oh well, sit down. Tell us this story about the cipher that went off, and poor Tuck has to now greet these people with this odd salutation.
Yeah, I kind of look over at Skylar really questioningly, like, what? I don't remember
Just-
that happening.
Just go with it. We're in hostile territory, Tuck. You're a glaive. You're supposed to be. You know this stuff. You don't announce who you're for when people could kill you.
Well, I'll take on the story then. If Skylar seeming uncomfortable about telling it, or does she want to?
I'll
Look
leave
over
it.
at it.
I'll leave it. I give him a look to let him do the story, and I'm just gonna ask if I can, cook this stuff that I found that I hunted on over their fire.
Yeah, he says, "Sure, you can use our fire."
Thank you.
Well,
But before you
Many
tell
moons-
before you tell the story, what is Shiro doing?
I'd like to help Skylar cooking the meat.
Okay.
And by cooking, I mean supervising.
Okay, sounds good. All right, go ahead and tell your story, Nearest. They're looking at you with interest, great interest.
so I'm going to use, of course, trickery and deceit as I go through this as an attempt to convince them, if you require a roll, that is. But many
Depends on your
moons ago,
story.
yeah, we were traveling from. Sorry, let me just check the map here.
Many moons ago, we were traveling from. This sounds good.
Yes, Malvik. That's what I was thinking. So we were traveling from Malvik down to Glavis, and it was, a relatively boring journey until we reached a place just past Islov, and the Grey Wind set upon us.
Ironwind.
As we, sorry, which?
Ironwind.
The Iron Wind set upon us, and in taking refuge from this wind, we entered some caves. The hills were silver, and in these caves we encountered a pedestal. Now, we don't know exactly what happened, but the floor beneath us gave way, and we fell and encountered this creature that was just made of living rock or living metal. It was shiny. It was a crazy creature, the like of which I'd never seen before, but it trapped us in that cave. And in doing so, it implanted these tubes, and there was synth. You know, poor Tuck, he was subjected to the most outrageous and monstrous of tortures. So in attempting to free Tuck,
But
this happened, Tuck. You were there. I mean, I know it's not as heroic as your other deeds, but you were captured, and you did enter this mind realm that this creature had devised for you.
yes, but I was planning our escape during the whole time.
Of course you were,
I
Tuck.
was
Of
never
course
at
you were. Yeah,
never
it's
at
like-
his mercy.
Yes, Tuck had a master plan, but unfortunately, we managed to rescue him before he was able to enact it. But when he came out of this mind dream, he had found himself needing to announce that he was from Thamor and the personal representative of the king. And ever since then, every person we meet, especially travelers, he announces himself, and we just let him because, hey, we don't know what went on in his mind in that situation.
Okay. That's a pretty good retelling of the story. Go ahead and since you're not completely lying to their faces, go ahead and roll on a 2 difficulty there. Oh, awesome! They're looking at you and they're like, "Wow, that's so neat." One of the guys says, "So what is it like, Tuck? What is it like having these things in your head?"
You can
Not
show them
very-
your eating thing, your eating tube.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't very nice. And I made this. And I squeeze a little bit of the gray paste out of it, and kind of
All right, go ahead and roll
take a quick bite.
roll the depletion on that. And one of the guys kind of, "Oh, you eat that?"
He seems to enjoy it.
Oh
but
yeah, it's great.
it really
wonderful.
messed with his mind.
Okay.
Love this stuff.
Well, you definitely convinced all of them of your great story here. Since you're not from Thamor, they look at you and they say, "Well, where are you all from?"
Never lost.
Never lost. Wow, that is far from here, I think.
It is a great distance from here.
A great distance. What brings you all the way down here?
We had some friends that we had to meet in Glavis.
Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. So I guess traveling all this way, you must have a lot of artifacts and things on you to accompany your journey.
No, if we
Yeah,
traveled
found
light.
really cool stuff.
Well, Tuck found his eating tube.
I've got a cape. If you hadn't noticed it, and it just like billows out in the wind all the time. Check this out.
They look at you. They look very interested. Like, wow, that is really, really cool. And so the night goes on. You saw Skylar and Shiro both cook the food successfully and very deliciously. And after a while, everyone starts to go to sleep. And one of the guys says, "You guys go to sleep. We'll be more than happy to take the first watch, and then if you would like, you can take the second watch."
No, I appreciate your kind offer, but it's your fire. You have been hospitable to us. Allow us to stand guard and watch over you. And again, I'd like to use trickery and deceit on that one. Try and convince them that we're going to take watch.
Okay, yeah, sure. These guys are pretty adamant about taking watch, so that's going to be a difficult task of 4.
I'll apply effort.
Okay, so they bring it down to a 3.
And that, okay.
He just looks at you and he puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, "Brother, do not worry. We are skilled warriors. Allow us to take the first watch."
We'll share the watch then.
That's exactly what I was going to suggest.
He kind of looks over at his other buddies and he just goes, "Yeah, sure." And he looks back at you and says, "We shall share the duties. Who I will take first watch. Which among your people will take watch with me?"
I will. We'll
Okay.
follow our standard schedule, I think.
Okay.
Unless somebody else says no.
Well, all of you kind of go to sleep, and both of you are kind of keeping watch, talking and stuff like that. And go ahead and roll. I don't know how to do this in the system. Go ahead and roll an intellect check of some kind.
Like a danger check?
Yeah, of level 4.
Okay. And I'm skilled in assessing danger, so...
Okay, so they bring it down to a 3. Awesome. Well, whenever while you're sleeping, or you're not sleeping, but while everyone else is sleeping, you're talking with this guy, and you just hear some shuffling of the grass behind you.
I look quickly and also move to the side as I do so.
Oh, what do you mean move to the side?
Well, I spin and move so I'm away from the guy that I'm
okay.
with,
Okay.
and I'm closer to Tuck, sleeping form.
Okay. The guy stands up and starts looking where you're looking, and he pulls his sword out and he says, "What are you looking at? What did you hear something?"
I heard something. I nudged Tuck with my foot.
Okay. Does Tuck kind of wake up? Okay. He says, he just says, "Well, I'll stay here. You go, Gar. You go look and see what's out there."
I say, let's wake our companions. And I kick Tuck.
Okay.
Oh, what? Where am I?
As soon as Tuck arouses from his sleep, you just hear someone yell, "They're awake!" And 3 kind of people pop up out on all sides of the camp.
Oh boy.
Out of the grass.
So that's 3
So
more?
there's 3 more? 6 of them?
Well, there's 4 of you. There's 3 people that you're camping with, and there's 3 people kind of surrounding the camp now.
So these are just
Oh boy.
Well, I shout awake, like, wake, wake,
Mhm.
so that Shiro and Skylar can hear.
Okay.
I'm up.
And then I
yeah,
pop my force nodule.
All right, give me
As I might eat it.
1 second here.
Use it, I suppose.
I yell to nearest trap.
Yep.
Of course.
It's always it is, isn't it? Always.
Uh,
And just to real quick throw this out there too, Tal. I'm going to pop my speed boost.
okay.
Or I guess put the patch on.
And slap it. Okay.
Mhm.
Then let's go ahead and make an initiative roll. And that'll be your speed defense. So it looks like Skylar gets to take the first action of combat here.
I guess where is everybody in relative to each other?
All of you are kind of gathered around the campfire. These 3 guys are in short range. They're not in melee range, but they would be in short range. So there's immediate, where they would be in melee, short, and then long. So they've managed to sneak up to you a little bit before Nearest heard them, moving around in the grass.
And they're obviously attacking us, right? I guess I'll shoot my crossbow at the nearest guy.
Okay.
So, just a D20 or?
Yep, that'll just be a D20 from your might pool. All right, so you roll a 7. Well, you shoot an arrow. You kind of just wake up, grab your crossbow, and shoot it at someone, and it misses completely, not even getting close. So who do you want to go next?
The nearest.
Nearest? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use Onslaught on the guy who was standing watch with me. So physical.
Are you going to attack the guy that was standing watch with you?
Are they friendly or not?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we know that.
Yeah, I guess we don't.
I don't think we really know that.
Well, wait, who shouted?
Who shouted they're
they're
awake?
awake.
One of the guys on the outside.
Oh, on the outside. I thought it was the guy next to me that shouted that.
Oops.
No.
Well, at least I could say I was tired.
Oh, were you trying to shoot one? I assumed you were shooting one of the.
No.
Well, you missed.
I thought it was that
Either
guy.
way, you missed.
Anyway, I just woke up and assumed that they were back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so given that it wasn't the guy next to me that shouted, I'm going to use Onslaught on the guy that shouted.
Okay. You want to do a physical onslaught then?
Yeah, physical Onslaught, and I'm going to use effort to hit him.
Okay.
And that is such a great freeze frame shot of Saul. Oh, she went away.
There's a problem with this call. Hold on while we try to get the call back. I assume everyone but Soul's here. Okay, so you rolled a 9, and you wanted to apply effort to that. Okay, so you do a physical onslaught against one of the guys in the field, and this just wave or whatever goes towards him and blasts him right in his chest. And I need to write this down. What does your onslaught do?
My physical Onslaught does 4 points of damage.
4. And your mental one does 3?
2.
2. Right. So that does...
What did I miss?
Oh, you missed everything. They're all dead. Everyone's dead. All right, so you do 4 points of damage against one of the guys in the field, the one that yelled. And who do you want it to go to?
I want it to go to the guy standing next to me, the NPC.
Okay. You want it to go to the guy standing next to you. Okay. So he's kind of looking around. He sees all of his buddies awake, and he turns towards you and swings his sword. And go ahead and roll a speed defense roll on that one. The train of thought through my mind was, they're onto me. Oh, no, they're not onto me. Oh, wait, they are. Oh, no, they're not.
Well,
pretty much how that went in my mind.
I'm trying to be nice to Tuck and not kill our companions all the time. So, an 11.
Okay, you got an 11. You kind of sensed that they were gonna turn on you at some point. So in preparation, you kind of jump back as this guy kind of swings his sword at you and narrowly misses. So this guy obviously, now that you all are aware, he sends it over to one of his buddies that's standing next to Tuck. And he pulls out his blade and swings at Tuck as well. So Tuck, go ahead and roll a d20 there. Oh, and Tuck, it doesn't quite hit you, but it kind of wins you a little bit, and he does three points of damage to you.
Okay.
I'm going off the thing. It's always been weird to me. While I go on a tangent rather. It's always been weird to me that people are like getting hit and stuff all the time in these games. So if you do get hit, you don't really get hit until you move down in the debilitation track. So
I got hit, but my armor absorbs it all.
Yeah, something like that, or the situation's so stressful and stuff like that. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let it go on to Tuck since he's the one that was attacked.
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, the guy that attacked me, I'm going to just basically turn around with my great sword and try to slash at him.
Okay.
and I'm gonna apply effort.
To make it easier?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the attack. Yeah.
5. Oh, man.
Now I'm rolling like Yuki.
Oh, man. You're so winded that whenever you step back from getting hit in the kind of the chest area, you swing your sword, and it's nothing but air there. So who do you want to go next?
Yuki.
Yuki, you're up.
Is there anyone within melee range of me?
Yes, the 3 people in your camp are within melee range.
Okay, I'd like to draw my strong blade, or sword, broadsword, and swing at the nearest person.
Okay, yeah, sure thing. Go ahead and roll for your might there. All right, well, you swing, and perhaps you're still a little groggy, but this guy's standing straight up, and you just swing right over him for some reason, and just completely misses.
We're doing so good, guys.
So good so far. And who do you want it to go to? Skylar hasn't had a turn, and a lot of these enemies haven't had a turn yet.
Did I go first? Or was that just like the...
That was
first?
like that was your kind of surprise encounter.
Oh!
Was it? No, you did go first. You fired your crossbow. That's right. So I guess you
missed.
popcorn it over to the enemies then. You could have had it there, Saul.
I was being honest. I didn't want to cheat.
The 3 guys on the outside are going to take their turn to move into immediate distance. And
I don't have any ciphers that could help.
and one of the guys in the camp is going to attack Yuki, attack Shiro, and one of the guys is going to attack Skylar. So Shiro and Skylar both roll a defense roll. Shiro rolls a 1, and I'm running out of interventions here. I don't know.
Just let him hit me.
There's only so much stuff.
Oh my god, Shiro. We gotta do a training regimen or something after this.
Shiro sees this guy's about to attack him, and he pulls out one of his ciphers to try to defend himself. But unfortunately, the cipher takes the blunt of the blow as well. And you take the full damage of 3, and you lose the cipher.
But it's in my metal box.
You only have 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the metal box is hit and falls to the ground, and the cipher kind of rolls onto the floor.
Someone grab it, please.
You have armor, right, Shiro?
I do.
Okay, so just take it off of that 3. All right, and that's gonna be what does Skylar roll? Skylar rolls a 10, and you manage to block someone. He tries to swing his sword with you, and you not with your arm. That would be an awful thing to block with. But you kind of hold your crossbow up, and it gets the blow for you. And so it goes.
Break, right?
It doesn't break, no. So that you don't have a wooden crossbow. You have like a synth metal crossbow of some type. And since you're the one that took the attack, you are free to counter, and it's your turn.
All right, I'll go after the guy that's hitting me. Tried to hit me.
Okay. Oh, a 19. Boom. You can add damage to this roll, or you can give him a minor effect. That's a 19 is plus 3 damage to your hit, if you want to do that.
Damage.
Damage? Okay. And you hit him with a light or medium weapon?
My crossbow, it's a 3 damage, so.
Oh, you shot at him.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So that does 6 damage to this guy. And, it kind of pierces him through the chest, but he's still standing. He kind of screams out in pain. You assume it didn't obviously pierce his heart since he's not dead, but you imagine it got pretty darn close.
Move it to tuck.
Okay, so I'm basically in melee with this other guy, right? So let's go great sword again.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks.
17. Oh man, there's the rolls. That is a +1 damage to your roll. So you're hidden with a medium weapon, correct?
That is correct.
So-
Well, actually, no. Greatsword is a heavy weapon, so it's 6
Oh,
default, and then
wow.
+1 would be 7.
Wow, 7 damage to this guy. So you swing at him, and it just rips right across his chest. He's bleeding. Blood just starts kind of gushing out, and he steps back. He grabs his chest, and he just and he readies his sword for his next attack. But both of these guys now are just visibly in pain. So who's up?
Yep. Let's go with nearest.
Nearest?
Sorry, Yuki.
Well, Yuki already fell over, and I'm going to make a.
No, you took the damage that time.
I want to grab Yuki's cipher, and I'm going to use it. I'm assuming that essentially the 4 of us are on one side, and there's like a line of delineation, and there's the 6 of them. Like it's kind of like 2 separate groups.
No, you
More or
all are
less.
definitely surrounded.
Okay, so. Okay. How
Now
many would you say are...
going and grabbing that cipher, I'm going to warn you, is going to be an action. So you'll be able to grab
Is it
it,
like-
but you won't be able to.
Later.
You won't be able to do anything with it this turn. Because that's kind of an action where you have to kind of run and pick it up. That takes, the seconds for your turn.
Yep, I'll still do it. I want to grab it.
Okay, so
And I'm going to use it next turn. So
okay, awesome. And who do you want it to go for? Who do you want to go next?
well, essentially now it's all the enemy, right? That's all who's left.
Oh no,
You
Shiro
Go
can
next. Shiro.
Shiro. Okay, Shiro, go.
So I got hit. I'd like to rebound, take my blade, and pierce it through the guy who hit me.
go. Okay, sure, go for it. Good luck. Nice, there it is. 17 is a +1 damage. Is that a light weapon?
It's a medium.
Medium. So you do 5 damage to this guy. So you rebound and you kind of jump on him and you just slam your sword into this guy's torso area, and now he's just kind of fighting to try to push you off, and eventually you do pull the sword out of him. Blood squirts on your face and you look like a badass. So that would be all 4 of you. So it would be the enemy's turn. One of the bandits. Now there's 6 of them. The 3 guys that you kind of started with definitely look haggard. They have looks of fear in their face. One guy from the outside was damaged, but 2 of them, they haven't really sensed the danger from you. Now that there's a group of 6, they kind of, they've gotten their second win. So 2 of them are gonna swing at nearest, the guy you were kind of standing by, and one of the guys that walked up. So go ahead and roll your speed defense twice there. Nice. Oh, I'm running out of interventions, guys.
Reroll.
Well, you don't get a
Or next to your
reroll
friend.
unless you want to. So you're gonna hate me, but you already told me that you're gonna use a cipher this round. So what happens is you dodge one guy, but as soon as you kind of step back and you're holding the cipher in your hand, the other guy kind of swings his sword at you, and he hits your hand, and with the flat of his blade, he doesn't really catch it with the part, and it hurts your hand a lot. The cipher flies out of your hand, and rolls back on the floor, and you take 3 damage minus your armor.
Okay, I currently have 3 armor, so no damage.
Okay, awesome. And now who we have? We have those 2 go. Okay, so obviously being this amazing glaive, they heard your awesome story. The 3 of them are now gonna kind of turn around and attack you. 2 of them are obviously very haggard. Actually, I had 2 attack. I need to learn how to do this better. 2 attacked nearest. So there's 4 left. Yes, 4. So the 4 are gonna attack Tuck. As they kind of look at him. What?
His reaction's fantastic. He's like, what the?
You told them this amazing story. They are fearful of you, and you are an amazing glaive. You definitely don't talk yourself down ever.
That's right.
So go ahead and roll 4 speed defense rolls,
Okay.
and you can roll a 4d20 if you want, and I'll
Yeah.
just go with that.
I'm gonna apply effort
Okay.
on all 4.
Okay.
Well, I have my speed boost, and I already have an edge. So speed boost gives me a +1 edge. So I already have 1 edge in speed. So it's actually I have 2 edge. So it's only going to take 4 out of my speed full. So.
I think you can only apply effort once per action.
Is it okay? All right. Okay.
So you
I
can.
wasn't sure how that got calculated out.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. So one of them
So I'll
one
do
of
it
them is
once,
lowered.
and then
I'll just take it off the highest,
okay.
unless they all roll 20s then.
Okay.
Okay. Well, these guys, 2 of them, 3 of them miss you. One of them does manage to hit you. And because you... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm doing it backwards. You
No,
dodged...
you're not. No.
Yeah,
only
yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 1 hit.
Only 1 hit you. Okay, awesome. Perfect. And so he's going to go ahead and... it's like I've never done this many NPCs, so I'm kind of... I'm learning as we go.
Sure.
So he hits you for 3 damage then.
Okay.
And you're what it must look amazing to the rest of your buddies, because you're just matrixing all over these blades all around you. But
Yep.
one manages to catch you in the leg and do
Yep,
3
and-
damage.
And I shout at the 4. I say, "I'm from Thamor, bitch."
Okay. And now that would move over to let's go ahead, since you're in the zone, Tuck. Let's move it to you.
All right. I mean, of the 4 there, I guess the one that hit me, I really don't know which one. Actually, there's one that's already bleeding out that I hit the last
Yeah.
round. I hit the last. So I'm gonna at least try to hit that guy.
Okay.
Okay.
15. Awesome. So you managed to hit him. You just swing your sword. Maybe you're doing like some type of amazing Conan the Barbarian howl, and you just do this kind of action, and then off his head. And he falls to the ground, obviously dead. And just blood everywhere, just squirting everywhere. And so who do you want it to go to?
Let's go, Skylar.
Skylar?
All right, I'm gonna shoot at the guy. I'm assuming the guy that he killed wasn't the one that I hit, right? That was one he hit before.
That's the one he hit before. Yes,
So
yours
I
is
want
still
to
up.
shoot the one that I hit before,
Okay.
and I'm gonna apply effort because I had good luck that last roll. And I don't trust it.
You want to effort to lower the difficulty or increase damage?
Lower the difficulty.
Okay. 18. Oh man, it increases the damage anyways. Well, you are such a good shot with your crossbow. You corrected your inaccuracy to hit his heart, and the second arrow goes right through his chest, through his heart, and he slumps to the ground. Doesn't even get a word out.
Down to 4, gentlemen. I'll go to Shiro.
Shiro?
So the guy I stabbed is still alive, right?
Yes.
I'd like to take another swing, this time at his waist, hoping to cut him in half.
Okay. Do you wanna apply effort for damage or easier there, or you just want to roll?
I'll apply effort for damage.
Okay, that'll come out of your might pool. Go ahead and roll that. All right, and you swing and aiming for his waist, but he kind of stumbles back, and at the last second, out of pain, not out of trying to dodge you, but it manages to just barely escape the range of your sword there. And so, who do you want to go next?
Nearest.
Nearest.
Okay, I'm going to use... One of them's still hurt, right? Or are they all in good shape?
2 of them are hurt. One of
Two of
them
them are hurt.
The one that Shiro is attacking is more hurt. The two guys that you came with are dead. The final guy that you were camping with, that's the one Shiro's attacking, and the three on the outskirts are still up. One of them you hit earlier.
Okay, I am going to use onslaught physical damage on the one that Shiro is attacking,
Okay.
and I want to apply effort to hit and effort for the damage.
Okay, and you spent XP last time to increase your effort. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So that's going to cost me 4 intellect.
Okay. Nine, perfect. Well, you're kind of concentrating on the three people that are coming up, and you just kind of turn where Shiro is, and I don't know how you launch your onslaught out of your hand or whatever, but it launches towards him and just completely blasts him off his feet. He lands in such a way that his head lands on a rock and cracks open, and you hear the loud, satisfying shatter of a skull as it lands. And that, I believe, is all four of you. So the three people left, they kind of see their three comrades fall that they were counting on to get the jump on you. And they start to run. And they're going to take... their turn gets them to short distance. And that's going to go back over to nearest.
I am going to... use onslaught again, physical damage, because I can use it till short.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to apply effort to the damage.
Okay. $19, and were you aiming at the hurt one already? Or towards a new one?
No, just one of the new guys.
Okay.
Just blast them to have.
All right, so that's 4. Then you did a 19, so it's 7. Did you want to use a minor effect or apply damage to that?
Damage.
Damage, okay. And you applied effort for damage, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you kind of, as they're kind of running away, you take your other hand and throw another onslaught in his direction, and that guy explodes in a vapor of blood. And the only thing remaining of him are his knees and below.
All right, Skylar.
All right. So there's 2 guys left. One's injured.
One's injured. They're both running away.
All right. I'm gonna aim for the injured one.
Okay.
I got crossbow.
7. Well, you shoot your crossbow, and you must be really good at shooting it at close range because you're awful at shooting it at long range, and it misses. Kind of lands next to him. He kind of gets shocked that a crossbow bolts landed so close, but you don't hit him.
Shiro.
Okay, so they're in short range, you said?
They're in short range right now.
Okay, I'd like to grab a knife that I have and throw it at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. A 12, awesome. And that knife, I imagine to throw it would be a light weapon. I don't imagine you're throwing a medium or heavy weapon.
It's a light.
All right, so you throw it and manage to catch one of these guys kind of in the shoulder. And the knife sticks in his shoulder. And which one were you throwing it at?
Whichever one was farthest away.
Farthest away? Okay. Well, you managed to catch him in his shoulder. And you do 2 points of damage there. So now he's running away with the dagger stuck in his shoulder.
It's like, no, my dagger!
He's still thinking about it like a video game. If you throw a dagger and damage someone and they're running away, they're not stopping. All right, who do you want it to go to? Tuck.
Okay, so I don't know if this is possible, so you're gonna have to tell me. But so they're at short range. So can I run and try to tackle one of them? Are they close enough where I would be able to do an action to be able to tackle them, or is that out of the?
No, you'd have to move into short range, and then the next turn you'd have to do your
And
action.
then the next turn. Okay, which they would get a turn before that, so they'd probably continue running anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I pull out my crossbow and I shoot it. I guess the one with the dagger sticking out of him.
Okay. Well, you shoot, and through luck, determination, or what have you, the crossbow bolt happens to land exactly on top of Skylar's crossbow bolt, and now there's two crossbow bolts, kind of standing on each other.
Great grouping. I mean,
All right, and they're going to take their turn and move to long distance, and I want to make sure that I have that right before I tell you that you couldn't do that, and then I'll let you redo your stuff if that's wrong. Actually, I don't have it.
You got.
Yeah, I think I got it right. I don't have it in front of me. We're just going to say I'm right. All right, so they've moved to long distance. There's that's GM prerogative, Tuck, and they're at long distance now, so it's...
I'm going to go all rules lawyer on you here in a minute, and I'm going to pull out the thick book here.
All right, I'm going to distract you while you're looking up that rule, and I'm going to say it's Tuck's turn.
Roll a d20 to make sure you can open the book.
Nice.
Oh.
All right.
Just one thing. Just for the rules, I'm looking at it right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can try to move the entire long distance in one entire turn.
Mm-hmm. And
so you can use one turn and get it. And
okay.
then
to shorten up the distance. I got
Mm-hmm.
you. Yeah. So I mean, and crossbows are just short distance. They're not long distance, right? Are they long?
They are long.
Yep.
I just like to use it short distance. It's got better damage
You
than
like
my
you like to
rapier.
use it in immediate distance.
I do, yeah. It's my favorite weapon.
Oh, here it is. Immediate is part of another action. Short is one action. Long is a speed task, a difficulty of 4. So you could potentially run up to them. That's a difficulty 4 speed task. You wouldn't be able to do an action, but you'd probably be in that area.
But then when they run on the next turn, they would go back to short again, right? Because
if they run on the next turn.
they will. Oh yeah, they will. They
You
will.
don't
be
know.
running.
They might be scared of. Clearly, the Flash has somehow entered the 9th world, and they're now scared of this guy in full heavy armor just running it faster than these guys.
All right, I'll run.
Oh, okay.
I'll run after them.
Okay. So that's
it's
gonna
a speed test.
That's gonna be a speed test difficulty of 4.
Okay, so I'm gonna apply effort, so to bring it down to 3.
Okay. Oh man.
yeah.
That is awesome. So you either jump or you run or whatever, but you happen to sprint 100 feet, which is long distance away, and catch up to these guys. And since you rolled a 20, I'll be nice to you. I'll make your major effect another action.
Really?
Yes.
Nice. Thank you. Let me look and see because I wasn't expecting that.
You were so excited.
I was really excited. Because I forget what the major effects are.
The
Or
major effects
I
are
know that I
like,
could use anything, but
yeah, you can knock down, disarm, stun, or impair. Those are what's listed. You could do anything you want, really.
Let's stun.
Okay. Let me see. Do I have stun on my cheat sheet here?
Or knock down. Or impair. I mean, I'll let it be GM's choice.
Oh boy, I had a list here that told me what
Can I get an XP if I do that?
No. I know I'll find it as soon as... Oh, here it is. Stunned. They lose a turn and they defend at +1 difficulty. So that's...
I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you run up to them, and which one do you want to hit? The dagger one or the one that's more damaged?
The dagger one.
The dagger one? Okay. All right. And how do you stun him? Do you just go up and tackle him or something?
Yeah, so like the major effect is that, and Skylar and Shiro don't know this, but Nearest does, of course, with my biomechanical enhancements and stuff. I can actually release like an electrical charge So I'm thinking that's maybe like kind of like a taser, and stuns him.
Awesome, awesome. Well, you just see him. He kind of just starts shaking there in the middle of the air and not running anymore. And who do you want to go next?
Come on, Shiro.
Okay, and they're at long range now.
They're at long range, correct?
I guess I'll run up to short range.
Okay, so that'll take your action for that turn. So you can popcorn it over to someone else.
Skylar.
So I can't shoot, right? I guess I'll try and
That's up. Your crossbow should be long range, shouldn't it? Or is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can shoot.
Okay. I'll so the one's stunned, right? I'm gonna aim for the one that isn't.
Okay, sure thing. Go ahead and launch a bolt. 8. You managed to miss. You get really close. You get in between the stun guy and the guy still running, but you don't hit either of them. And that should bring things. I imagine you want nearest to go next. All right.
I can't really do anything. I mean, I guess I'll move into short. Like I'll take my action and go to short range, so I'll be short range from them.
Okay, sure thing. That brings it over to the two enemies. The stun guy obviously loses his turn, but the other guy looks back, sees that his buddy is in clear danger of this giant glaive, and he kind of stops for a second. He looks towards wherever he's running to, the forest or whatever, and he looks back at his buddy, and he does it a few times, and he kind of sighs, then runs back towards the glaive. And he's going to take a swing at you, Tuck. So go ahead and do a speed defense roll there.
Okay.
Oh, 15. He swings at you, and you feel so good. You just ran 100 feet in one turn, and he's just stunned this guy. You're just like, whoosh, just completely misses you, and that's gonna bring it to you.
To me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This guy clearly regretting his actions now.
Yeah, obviously. The guy that's stunned, I'm going to try to hit him with my great sword.
Okay, so that automatically brings the difficulty down one step because he's stunned.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, and you rolled a 16. So you swing your great sword, which did 6 damage to this guy. And he kind of just falls to the floor. He's not out of the fight yet, but there's definitely a lot of blood coming out of his body.
Okay. Who's up near me? I think nearest. I think you ran up, right? So I'll send it over to nearest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to use Onslaught on the guy that's still standing.
Okay.
And I'm going to expand effort on damage, should I hit him.
Okay, sure. All right, your Onslaught just whizzes by. I imagine that the stun guy, then the standing guy, and then Tuck, it kind of zigzags between all three of them in a neat little neon-looking effect or whatever, and just misses, unfortunately.
I'm learning from Skylar, so Skylar, you're up next.
Hey, I hit the guys good the first time around. All right, I'll aim at the guys again.
All right, which one are you aiming at? One guy is clearly on the brink of death.
Him.
Okay. 19. Your arrow pierces right through his skull, in one side, out the other. It doesn't even get stuck. And he just falls to the ground, crumpled and seizing from the electricity still going through his body. Awesome. And that leaves one person left. So I believe it's Shiro's turn for the final man standing.
So he's now in short distance again.
He's
right?
in short distance, correct.
Okay, I'd like to take my other knife and throw it at his leg so he can't run.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
I'd also like to
So
put
get out of
effort.
the way.
Waiting for the one.
Effort.
Everyone's
Some
waiting for
effort.
the one. Okay. And that's going to come out of your might pool.
Okay.
Can we help him?
I don't know how you're going to help him. Oh, Shiro rolls a 19. All right, so you do
Like, take that.
2 damage, 5 damage total, and you don't really hit him in the leg where you want to hit him, but you hit him in the base of his neck, possibly severing his spinal cord from his skull, and he just falls down on the ground. And that's
Okay.
going to end combat. You guys have downed 6 enemies.
Nice.
Did you
Good
guys
job, guys?
Did you guys feel overwhelmed by that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Those
At
were
first, I was kind of worried because I didn't know what their level was
Mhm.
going to be, right, and where they're.
those were level 3 enemies, so that just tells me next time I got to throw 6 level 4s at you.
Yeah, basically. I
Or
think so.
like 3 level 3s and 3 level 4s.
Oh no.
GM intrusions.
Too bad you're getting 7 level 7s next time. All right, so these guys it's a massacre around all of you at this point. Some of you are covered in blood. Shiro's covered in blood. Tuck is covered in blood.
So yeah,
I'm gonna- There's the
great
ropes.
throwing. There, Shiro.
And while
Great
they're
shot.
self-congratulating, search the bodies.
Yes, search.
I want my
search.
daggers back, and I want my cipher back in my box.
Any packs we find, I want to gather near the fire so that they're all put together.
Okay.
And once the bodies are searched, I want to look around in the direction where the 3 came from
Mhm.
and see if we can find any more mounts or if they stored some gear, stashed some gear back there.
Yeah,
Because I
definitely.
figure, if they're traveling, they probably had stuff and they probably didn't carry it with them to the fight.
Well, Shiro, you get both of your daggers and your cipher back, and you can put it in your little metal box there. 5 of these guys you can loot because one disintegrated. So you find a total of, let's say, they're each the 3 guys coming in are carrying 10 shins each, and the 2 people, the 3 people at your camp. So that's 20 shins on the outside. The 3 people in your camp, they're carrying a total of 50. So you get about 70 shins total. And as far as ciphers and oddities, let's say that 2 of them had ciphers. And so if you want to roll a 2d150 for me. Yep, we will in a second here, Skylar.
Sorry, I rolled 2d150.
2d150. $11 and $45. 11 is going to be a data sphere siphon. And that is like a pill that you find. And tapping into the data sphere's knowledge, the user can learn the answer to one question. And
Sounds fun.
your next roll was a 45. So the 45 is going to be an invisibility nodule. If I can erase this. And that is going to, for the next 24 hours, the armor the nodule is attached to is invisible, making the wearer appear unarmored.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
You're
Naked.
Naked. And then you find an oddity as well. So if you want to go ahead and roll a... Where's the list? Oh, it's roll a 1d100 for me. Three.
Sorry, I think that was a D10.
10, yeah.
Oh. 92 on the opposite side of the spectrum. You get a sphere that produces vigorous bubbles when placed in water.
Insta jacuzzi.
Insta jacuzzi. And with that being said, keep thinking about going to find their camp out where it was, and we'll take a short 5-minute breather here and then come back. So I will see y'all in a bit. Those of you watching, thank you for watching. Hope everyone's enjoying the show. Hello, Peter, Mr. Titan, Valiant, Dead Spot, Tricky, everyone else that's here. I know Guggen, I think, wanted me to look at a link earlier.
He's not talking to us.
Let me go look at that. And oh, that's I don't I don't know why you took a picture of Soul there.
Yeah, so everybody take 18.
But yeah, it's a good picture, I guess. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break, and we will be back with some more Numenera. Hope y'all are enjoying.